as a broker, first and foremost, where our role is to advise. And I very much have the mentality of, don't try to close a deal, try to open a relationship. Well, look, the cafe operator, I have a lot of empathy with and a lot of understanding about what they do on a day-to-day basis and how challenging and rewarding their role is as a small business owner in the hospitality industry. Cafes tend to have a life cycle, in terms of it's a very sophisticated industry. There is a very, very high quality of a cafe culture out there. By that I mean coffee. There's a very high quality of coffee and there's a very high quality of food currently being served in cafes compared to 5 or 10 years ago. So every cafe owner owes it to themselves and their business to have an understanding of what the market would be prepared to pay for their business. And it's not for the purpose of selling their business. It's so that they can make informed decisions on what would be the next development phase of their business model and their business structure. My opinion is this: every hospitality business owner, cafe, restaurant or bar, should once a year have an appraisal done on their business. One of the hardest things about being a cafe owner is paying yourself a really good wage. And we find that when a cafe owner really knows what their business is worth, they change a lot of the ways that they do things, and they really take cafe owners get so caught up with running their business and managing their staff and dealing with all their customers in a personable way. They forget to actually run their business, and they forget that actually they're there to make money. Quite commonly, the accounting back of house procedures take a bit of a second step towards running their cafe. So at the end of the financial year, a lot of them actually don't know how much money they've made. The steps around appraising a business will be, first of all, we would look at the legals, the business name registration, make sure everything's in check there. Then we'll look at, is the business fit for purpose? Is there a suitable DA? Is there a suitable liquor and footpath licence, if applicable? Is there what are the terms and conditions of the lease? We'll assess how transferable that is going to be to a new owner. Then we'll also look at the operational side of things, the key staff, the systems and procedures and policies that are in place. And again, how transferable is that going to be to a new owner? And then of course we'll look at the financials, and we'll look at the primary financials and the secondary financials and establish and industry benchmarks and establish a very compelling argument towards what the true profitability is to an owner-operator. They know exactly where they stand in terms of what their business, what the market would be prepared to pay to invest in their business, and then they can decide whether or not they're going to go forward by seeking a buyer. They are looking deeper into businesses. They are looking at all the operational procedures. The days really are gone where, and 90% of brokers will do this, is they'll turn up and they'll say, what's your revenue, what's your rent, what's your wage expenses? They won't actually look at the core infrastructure of the business, and they won't actually, look at all those moving components of a small business from an operational perspective, because at the end of the day, it's the operational perspective that's transferred onto the new owner. And that's, in a lot of cases now, is what determines the true value of the business. Free appraisals are a really great mechanism for the cafe owner. It's a great way for myself to network and eventually get business sales down the track, but also I very much believe that it's about putting good energy out there and doing the right thing by people, because it always comes back to you in return.